Once upon a time, two brothers who lived on adjoining farms fell into conflict. It was the first serious rift in 40 years of farming side by side, sharing machinery and trading labor and goods as needed without a hitch. Then the long collaboration fell apart. It began with a small misunderstanding and it grew into a major difference. And finally, it exploded into an exchange of bitter words, followed by weeks of silence. One morning, there was a knock on John's door. He opened it to find a man with a carpenter's toolbox. "I'm looking for a few days of work," said the man. "Perhaps you would have a few small jobs here and there that maybe I could help you with." "Yes," said the brother, "I do have a job for you. Look across the creek at that farm. That's my neighbor. In fact, it's my younger brother. Last week there was a meadow between us, and he took his bulldozer to the river levee, and now there's a creek between us. Not good. Well, he may have done this in spite of me, but I'm going to go him one better. See that pile of lumber over there by the barn? I want you to build me a fence, an 8-foot fence, so I won't need to see his place anymore. That'll show him." The carpenter said, "I think I understand the situation. Show me the nails and the post hole digger, and I'll be able to do a job that pleases you." The older brother had to go to town for supplies, so he helped the carpenter get the materials ready, and then he went off for the day. The carpenter worked hard all that day, measuring, sawing, nailing. About sunset, when the farmer returned, the carpenter had just finished his job. The farmer's eyes opened up wide. His jaw dropped. There was no fence at all. It was a bridge. The man had built a bridge stretching from one side of the creek to the other. A fine piece of work. Hand rails and all the good things that a neighbor would do. His young brother was coming across, his arms outstretched. "You are quite a fellow to build a bridge after all I've said and done." The two brothers met in the middle of the bridge, taking each other's hand. They turned to see the carpenter hoist his toolbox on his shoulder. "No, wait, stay a few days. We've got other projects for you," said the older brother. "I'd love to stay," said the carpenter, "but I have so many more bridges to build." Well, I hope you enjoyed the little story of the bridge. All of us need to build some bridges in our life. Bridges to our heart, bridges to our soul. And I hope that in some way this little story is a great metaphor for you. I am here to ask you once again, as per usual, to offer your donation, your year-end donation to Aspire. Aspire does a lot of different things. Not only of my work with the people that I deal with day to day, moment to moment through the effort of my discourses and all of my classes and the retreats, but also people who are very troubled. I go to hospice every week, a few times a week sometimes, but usually a couple of times, and I help people through their death experience when they need someone with some clarity on the subject. And I can offer my small light to many, many people who are alone in this world. And a lot of people are very much alone. I also work with children, as you know, in my BATMO project. It's very, very important. They learn many things about how to live in their heart. And the story of the little boy that I had in the summer who wanted to know if Batman was real. And I said to him, anytime you do something loving or kind or selfless or compassionate, you have become the Batman. And it registered in him. He got it. He understood. And he thanked me and left. And I hope in some way that sticks with him for the rest of his life. Anyway, your donations are not used in a frivolous manner. They are used to serve humankind in many different ways, including feeding the homeless as well. So I hope you'll be generous in your donation and help us to sustain this work, which is really very, very important. Thank you for watching this, for listening to me, for the little cartoon we made about bridges, and I hope you will build a bridge to your heart and let love live you. Om Shanti. Namaste.